Subscribe for more.
She said she needed a break, not because I did anything wrong, but because she felt confused. That was the word she used. Confused. We were sitting at the kitchen table, the same one I'd paid off 3 years earlier, the same one we ate dinner at every night in near silence. Her name was Claire. I'm Daniel. I'm 39. Together for 11 years. Married for 8. When she said break, she framed it like a pause button, like something temporary, harmless, necessary. I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I just nodded and said I understood, even though I already knew about Nathan. I didn't know everything. I didn't have screenshots or proof that would hold up in court. What I had was patterns. Late gym sessions that didn't add muscle. Phone angled away from me. Her laughter returning, just not with me. A name that popped up too often when she talked about work. Nathan. Always Nathan. I didn't confront her because I didn't need to. When you've been with someone long enough, your body recognizes the truth before your mind is ready to say it out loud. The break started the following Monday. She packed a small suitcase, said she'd stay with a friend from work. She hugged me before leaving, the kind of hug you give a coworker, polite and distant. She said, "This doesn't mean anything bad." I watched her walk out the door and noticed she didn't look back. That told me more than any confession could have. The first night alone was quiet in a way that felt artificial. No television noise, no phone buzzing from her side of the couch. I slept in our bed anyway. I wanted to see if her absence would hurt more than her presence had been hurting. It didn't. That realization scared me. It meant something had been broken for a long time. By day 3, the text started. Not from her. From mutual friends. Casual check-ins disguised as concern. "You doing okay? Heard you and Claire are taking some space." I answered politely. Brief. Neutral. I didn't tell my story. I didn't accuse. Silence has a way of keeping things clean. Claire texted me on Thursday. Just a smiley face and "hope you're all right." I read it and set the phone down. No reply. An hour later she sent, "I didn't mean to hurt you." Still nothing from me. I wasn't trying to punish her. I was trying to protect what little dignity I had left. The thing about silence is that people project into it. They fill it with their own fears. By the weekend, she called. I let it ring. Twice. Then again Sunday evening. I watched the screen light up and go dark. Each time, I felt calmer, more grounded. I wasn't spiraling. I wasn't plotting. I was just stepping back and letting the truth finish unfolding on its own. On Monday, I ran into Nathan by accident, or at least that's what he pretended it was. Same coffee shop near the office park. He looked surprised to see me, which told me he knew exactly who I was. He made small talk, asked how I was holding up. Holding up. I smiled, paid for my coffee, and left. I didn't give him anything to work with. No anger. No jealousy. Just absence. That night Claire showed up at the house unannounced. She stood on the porch like a guest. When I opened the door, she searched my face for something. Hurt, rage, desperation. I gave her nothing. She stepped inside and started talking fast, explaining how the break was supposed to help us, how Nathan was just a friend who happened to be there for her. I listened without interrupting. When she finished, she asked why I hadn't been responding. I told her the truth. You asked for space. I gave it to you. She looked unsettled, like she'd miscalculated something. She said she expected me to fight, to ask questions, to demand answers. I told her I already had them. I didn't say Nathan's name. I didn't need to. She knew. Her shoulders dropped. Silence stretched between us, heavy and unfamiliar. She asked if I was seeing someone else. I said no. I wasn't interested. That confused her even more. She wanted drama, or reassurance, or anger. Something to justify what she'd done. I gave her none of it. I told her I was using the break to think clearly for the first time in years. Claire cried then, quietly. She said she felt like she was losing me. I said she had already left. The words came out calm, almost gentle. I wasn't trying to hurt her. I was stating a fact. She asked if we could fix this. I told her I didn't know. After she left, I sat alone and noticed something unexpected. I wasn't hollow. I wasn't relieved either. I was steady. For years I had been carrying the weight of her indecision, her distance, her need for external validation. The moment I stopped carrying it, it became hers to deal with. The next week she tried harder. Long messages, apologies, memories, promises. I read them all and replied to none. Not out of cruelty, but because clarity doesn't need commentary. Every unanswered message was a mirror. She was finally hearing herself without me softening the edges. Eventually, the messages slowed, then stopped. Through a friend, I heard Nathan was no longer around. I didn't ask why. It wasn't relevant anymore. What mattered was that I had seen who Claire became when she thought she could step away without consequence. The break ended quietly, not with a reunion or a fight, but with an understanding. We met once more, signed papers weeks later, and spoke like two people closing a chapter neither wanted to reread. She said she never expected my silence to be louder than my words. I learned silence can be a final answer.